YouTube. I'm Stephanie Garcia, here back at it again with another daily vlog, and today I will be talking about how to make a budget. Unfortunately, I won't have any visuals, but I'll give you some tips and ideas about how I make a budget. If you like this content, please subscribe right now. I have other content on my channel about online e-commerce, bookkeeping, tax preparation, workouts, all these different little journeys that I'm on to try to have financial freedom. So if financial freedom is one of the things that you want in life, then subscribe to my channel and follow me on my journey, and you can see how I do it from the bottom to the top. Yes, anyways, so how to make a budget. The way that I usually make a budget is by writing down first my income at the top of the paper. My income that I usually have three. I have my rental property, my W-2 income, and which is my normal job, and I have any side hustles that I do. I break it down into those three categories. Now, what my rental income, I keep that pretty much completely separate. So anything that are expenses for my rental, I keep that on a different column on the paper. So on one column, I'll have my job income and all my personal expenses, like things that I have to pay. That's what expenses means if you don't know. And then I'll have my rental, and then I usually do have my side hustle income. And what I do with my side hustle income is that I'll usually just pull money from it if I need it to cover any of my personal expenses. So then, after I write my income at the top, the next step I do to make my budget is to write down all of the expenses. And I start with the expenses that are, or the bills. I start with the bills that are fixed, like ones that I cannot change, ones that are always going to be there regardless if I have a job or not, or regardless if I spend too much money or not. I put all the fixed bills. So for example, rent, utilities, food, gas, those are pretty much my fixed bills, and a savings. Excuse me. I always put savings as a fixed bill, because even if I don't have extra money to save, if I expense it and put it as a bill on my budget, then it helps make me be able to save even on a very low income. So when I was making $11 an hour, that's how I was surviving and saving, was by making sure that no matter what, I expensed, I think it was like $50 a check, and I put that in a whole separate bank account. So for budgeting, I think that you should have a separate bank account for savings, if saving is what you really want to do, which you should do, because you know, you have to plan for the future, or you have to plan for those emergency situations. But anyway, so then after the fix on my budget, I also put the expenses that are kind of like revolving, like recurring. So credit cards, and it's a variable payment. So I put credit cards next. Well, actually, I put the recurring ones, which are a fixed amount, and they happen every month, and they're ACH. So for me, that would be like Hulu, Netflix. Those are services where it's an automatic payment all the way out. It's not very much, but it still could mess you up if you don't have that money in the bank and they go to pull it. Then you get an overdraft fee and you know, all that good stuff. So put your recurring after you're fixed, because recurring is very important to know which ones are going to come out automatically without warning. So put those, and then your credit cards. And what I usually like to do for my credit cards for budgeting is I'll make a spreadsheet, or I'll write on another piece of paper, or like somewhere else on the paper, all of my credit card bills, when they're all due, and also the balance at the time I'm making that sheet. So I do this like multiple times a month, multiple times a year. This is something that I truly believe in and practice on a daily basis. And I don't look at it as focusing on the bills, but I look at it as being organized and having a plan. Because if you don't have a plan for your money, then you just spend on whatever. And whenever I don't write down all of my bills on my budget, then I end up spending a crap ton of money on fast food, because I love to eat fast food, which is why I have changed my way of life and started eating more healthy. And I'll have a video for that coming up soon, explaining my journey of eating healthier and staying fit. But anyways, how to budget. So after I put my credit cards, then way at the bottom, I'll put any other kind of bills, like I'm trying to think of one. Well, they pretty much fit in those categories. So after that, if there's any other bills or more savings or medical bills, long-term debt is what I usually put at the bottom. Long-term debt, student loans, medical bills. To me, that's long-term debt. I make payments I really don't want to pay, but I do. And so anyways, that's how I do my budget. So then I total up all my income, I total up all my expenses, and I subtract the two, right? Common sense? Maybe not. Some people don't know. And if you're one of those people that don't know, don't feel bad. That's how you do it. You total up all your income, you total up all your expenses for the month, and you find out what you have left over. A lot of times, it may be like 10 bucks. And that's okay, as long as you budgeted savings in there. Expensed it, you know? And if you have a negative number, then that means you need to generate more income. That's why having a budget is good. Because if not, then you go spending money you don't have. You can't even cover your fixed bills or your regular bills. And then you're just always in the rat hole. You know, you're always trying to figure out how you can get more money, or you go to work and you hate your job because you don't have enough money and you think it's the job's fault. But really, it's not the job's fault. It's your fault. I'm sorry to tell you, but it is. It's your fault that you're not managing your money closely. And I mean, not everybody's gonna be all, you know, into every expense and break it down like how I do, but it's the simple ways of managing your money that is just writing down what you have for bills, what you have for income, and going from there, because that's a start and that's easy, and I highly recommend that you do that. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up for now. I just wanted to come on live and give those few tips about how to budget, which is, oh sorry, I thought my light turned off. It keeps flashing red. But anyways, which is how to budget. First tip, write down all your income and bills. Second tip, keep a close eye on your income and expenses and what you spend most of your money on, because you'll come to realize that maybe you spend a lot of money on fast food. And third tip is do it often. You know, it's not a one-time thing and bam, you're done for the year. I mean, some people do, but really it's not. So when I used to make only 10, 11 bucks an hour, the way that I used to do it was per pay period, and I got paid weekly. So every week I would make one. How much am I getting paid this week? What bills need to be paid? And another tip that I can give you is to always pay your bills in advance. Pay your bills in advance. Even if it's not due to the end of the month, pay your bills. But anyways, I gotta take off. I'm on my way to work. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I don't know everything, but that's how I manage my money. So I hope this helps you learn how to make a budget and manage your money.